Hey cousins.
Hey y'all.
So I know we did not drop a video last Wednesday. The kids were sick and it was just a week.
Yeah, it was a week.
So we wanted to jump in and talk about postpartum anxiety because it is a real thing, physically, mentally, and everything. And unfortunately, our baby will be leaving us tomorrow. Holland Jules is going to be starting school. She will be going to school with Harper. Harper has already rang all the alarms at school to let them know that her big sister is going to be joining her.
And I'm having a lot of anxiety about it.
Let's talk about it.
So, I remember when Sequina went through this, she will joke and say that I laughed at her. But by the time that Harper went to daycare, she was with a family friend for about 7-8 months. Mm-hmm. You had her, and then...
I had her for 7 months.
And then she was with a family friend.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. So, this is like, she's still placenta fresh going to daycare.
Yeah, so Holland is 3 months. It's very early, and although I'm not having too much anxiety, I think it's because we've trusted Harper there for so long, and I know we love the directors, the teachers, we're on text message, FaceTime basis with Harper's teacher.
Yes.
So it's just a matter of building that same relationship and rapport with Holland's teacher. And then they have this little app. So a lot of people have asked me, do they have cameras at daycare? At this particular daycare, they have cameras, but it's for incidents or probably for the directors to look at. It's not where we can live stream all day, which for me would have me doing that.
Be distracted.
I would be distracted all day. I would just be live streaming and on text message. So I'm glad that they don't, but they have this little app where they will update what they're doing all day. I'll know what Harper's ate all day. There's 3 to 4 pictures a day with activities. So we're constantly in the know of what's going on. So I think that for me makes it a little bit better, but I definitely understand what Jamilla's going through because, especially she's still breastfeeding, so that's just another thing. So it's almost you get rid of...
And then it's a lot of anxiety because, she spits up too. So it's after I feed her, I probably sit her up for 20 minutes. Now, sometimes we're both asleep and she's sitting up. But, I sit her up. I try to always, listen out for, gurgles. I try to be really in tune with what's going on with her. Mm-hmm. But she's really good about screaming and yelling.
Yes.
When she's a little uncomfortable.
But, Harper's was worse than that.
Oh, Harper's was way
Harper had,
worse.
acid reflux.
Yes, it was
she was on medicine.
She was colic.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. No, you're right. Okay, sorry. We had to go get baby boo.
All right, so Holland has joined the video.
She's entered the chat.
In her little sister attire.
Yes.
So I think, like I was saying, I think it will be a little easier being that second time around, and then I can't wait to see Holland's smiling faces in the pictures and stuff that they'll send. However, we are not excited about tuition costs.
Oh, it's doubling.
We're paying 2 mortgages, y'all.
Yeah.
If nobody ever told y'all, I'm going to tell y'all this now. Child care
is expensive.
It's expensive. It's between, on average, $270 to maybe $350, $400 a week. Depending on where you live.
It's super expensive. Okay, so let me ask you, because I don't remember you talking about it as much as I've talked about it. Did you have any postpartum depression or anxiety that you remember?
Not that I remember. I think a lot of it was just different because Harper was still in the NICU. So after she came from the NICU,
right?
No.
Yeah, because I don't remember you talking. I remember feeling like you were a little different, and we've discussed it in our worst argument. I remember kind of chucking that up to postpartum, but not any of the anxiety that I experienced.
No, my anxiety, I wouldn't call it postpartum, but I started therapy. I shared that in the video. I had a lot of anxiety after having Harper, and my therapist counted that all within to having a baby.
Oh, okay, so then you did have it.
But it wasn't just the first year. It was in 2019.
Yeah, I think it could go on. Yeah, because for me, when I got home, if you guys have not watched our previous videos, we discussed how I had high blood pressure. I remember laying in bed praying scared. Like, I want to be here for my family. I want to see my daughters grow up. And then my postpartum anxiety was just being so worried that something was going to happen to Holland. Like, I didn't want anyone really near her. Like, thankfully, everyone who, like, we had Sequina's parents were here, my mom was around. Nobody, like, was moving really fast with her. The person who moved the fast with her is, like, this one.
Yes. I'm one hand baby.
And I would just be watching her around the kitchen, like, why are you moving so much?
Like, you good.
And then Harper, now, like, she's a toddler. She's 2, so of course she's moving fast. So, like, that would just worry me, and I would just be like Hawkeye, like watching Sequina and watching Harper around Holland. So those were that's how my anxiety manifested. And then now it's more so, now I think it's around my weight, and I have to, like, sit back and remind myself, like,
let's talk about that. Like, don't surface it. Well, what about your weight? I am your therapist right now.
No, because she still makes fun of me. She asked me if I was THICK or THICC. Obviously, I'm THICC, but still.
Obviously, you look good, okay? Didn't I just tell you to keep that little one number you tried on the other day?
Oh my goodness. So I asked my my peeps on Instagram, should I do like a try on? So I bought these outfits to do the try on. I tried them on myself and I said,
come on girl, let me see you walk.
I said it's a no. Walk. So I was gonna do like a Valentine's Day. So I had like a little outfit ready, like a going out outfit, like a chill outfit, and then like a sexy saucy outfit. So like after I'm having a sad moment like about my weight and about my breast, she comes out of nowhere, she peeps, she's like, well, can you keep that little black one?
She keeping the black one.
Ma'am. So we've already discussed me having a breast reduction, because I think that's where most of my feelings about my body is. I'm not like in love with my kangaroo pouch, but I am very understanding that I did have a baby.
And then like I tell Jamil, she thinks this is probably not the nicest thing to say, but like, you shouldn't come down on yourself. It's not like she's out here running around, working out, doing all these exercises or doing a healthy diet to kind of aid the situation. So if you're not, you're fine. You're naturally losing weight without doing anything. Like, I think you come down on yourself and you're like, dang, I'm running a mile every day. I'm eating, I'm cutting back carbs, and I ain't lost no weight.
So then we get my car cleaned, because they've been destroying my car. And the guy, and he probably cleaned our cars maybe like 3 months ago, and he forgot that I was like big as a house, like carrying a baby then. Because he says to me, I see you cooking. And I thought he meant literally. And I was like, no, I ain't cooking nothing. I should be, but I'm not. He was like, no, your stomach. I said, no, she's upstairs. I already had her. So yeah, needless to say, I have been doing low carbing. I'm low carbing now, and I'm cutting back on my sugar, and I'm doing it slowly so I don't shock myself. And then, because that's what I do. Like, I'll go like real deep in, and then I'll get upset or something happens and something triggers me, and then I gotta find a pie.
And I think ultimately, like, I can help out with that, because I want to be more active just like naturally, because I don't eat the healthiest. I don't really eat a lot. I don't have like a large appetite at all, but I do want to be active. Like, I have a bike that I've probably only ridden maybe like once or twice, maybe 3 or 4 times.
It's like she eats a lot, but she doesn't eat a lot. So like she can eat at a sitting, but she doesn't eat 3 times a day. But
then I feel like I get full at a sitting really fast.
You do? You think so? And then she gets turned off very easily. Mm-hmm.
Like the weirdest things, like at restaurants it's so hard, because like I could just start looking around if I see some dirt or a crack or something. It's weird. Anyway, that's not what the video's about.
So yeah, lately my anxiety has been around my weight and just how things fit, and then how I look. So it's been that, and then obviously, just like we said, Holland, going to school.
I think a lot of new moms who just have, baby, not new moms, but anyone just giving birth, you got to kind of be easy on yourself and just know that's naturally going to happen. It took me a while to get back to myself. Like, I remember my face and my nose, like, it took almost a year. I could look at pictures and I'm like, oh my God, I still had like that baby weight. So it just takes time. And I was just like Jamilla, I didn't work out or eat a healthy diet to lose weight. It just naturally came off.
And I remember the biggest thing is when we first had Harper, I think I did go into a bit of a depression then. Although I did not carry Harper, I believe like the non-carrying partner can go through postpartum as well. So it wasn't hormonal because I didn't have the hormones, but it was me really grieving my not single, but my like without a child life. And I believe you've gone through this before, but you went through it much later. So Sequina's very like summertime fine. Like in the summertime, she misses our like daiquiri factory, dipping and diving kind of life. Right.
Day parties, like we get up, let's get cute, and let's go hit the city.
Right. So for me, it was like I really felt it because I used to be very close with my coworkers because I worked on a different team back then, and they would say like, hey, let's hang out like after work. And we would sit in a restaurant and talk about for hours. So they asked me and I'm like, I gotta go home.
Now you really gotta go home times two.
Baby. The thing that's going on right now, it's like completely devastating. But the one good thing is I used to have anxiety about like moving and going to a lot of places. Like how do you get two kids ready? How do you get in the car? How like we left the house yesterday and we forgot to pack bottles. Like it's like the pack, like you have to get into that whole idea that you do have a child that you have to feed.
Good thing you got milk.
I know I got milk. Anywhere I go, I got some milk. But like with Harper, you know, we can just stop somewhere because she like apples, she like fries. Anywhere we go, like she's good to go. But now we have to remember we have a younger child all over again.
Right.
So that part is not the funnest traveling at this age, but that part I used to have a lot of anxiety around. But since we're not going to many places, we probably leave the house as a family once every 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm. I think like for me this time around, like I think Holland completed this family, and I'm so grateful and thankful that she's here. But you almost and I know probably other parents can relate to this, but you want to get to a point where you can get your bed back.
You ready for your bed back?
I'm ready for the bed back.
Because I've noticed she sleeps on the
I get
very
like
edge.
this.
No, I give her room. She sleeps on the very edge. I don't think she wants to hear me and Holland.
This much room
in
the bed.
I don't think me and Holland, because we sleep. Let me show y'all how me and Holland sleep. We sleep like this. We sleep like this.
Hey, mommy, baby.
We sleep right next to each other. Yes. And it's not like she's taking up a lot of room.
So she sleeps with her boppy in the bed, or sometimes her snuggle. So that just takes up some space. But, you know, ultimately, like I said, I'm grateful and thankful. But, Holland, your biggest blessing here is going to be Harper or Avery, okay?
Oh, she's already obsessed with
She's already obsessed with Harper, but, like, I just can't wait till they get to the point where they're in the room together. Like, they're talking, doing whatever. And then, you know, Jamilla and I can be in our bed, you know, talking or whatever. But yeah, so I mean, if you guys can relate to the baby blues getting a little uptight, you ready for us to end this vlog? You ready for us to end the vlog? So I know there's like a lot of moms and, you know, families, moms, dads that, you know, have gone through a little bit of depression after having a child and just kind of getting in the groove of things. So if you guys can relate, definitely meet us in the comments. We appreciate you guys supporting us and rocking with us as always. We love you guys. We are working on a way to incorporate more lives, because I think I'm actually starting to like lives much better.
No editing?
No editing. And then I feel like, you know, we can address things for you guys real time. And we still have the hair Q&A ready coming up, so we're going to shoot that this week. But yeah, we have some things coming up for y'all, so stay tuned.
Later.